Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra's lair. I'm your host, Larry, and we're back for some more Staxel. It's raining today, so as you probably guessed, I don't actually need to be watering anything. So I feel like this is, in more ways than one, a good time to start tidying up the old ranch. Which, honestly, just kind of feels like more of what I was doing outside. It's just I don't have to be outside doing it, is the difference. I just can do it on a computer instead. Yay! So one of the things I need to do is renovate this barn. I feel like I can just use what's here to an extent. I just gotta clean it up a little bit, chop down all these weeds, place the signs so that it agrees that there is things of a barn-related nature going on here. And we'll be good. And then after that, I'll work on making it so that the cows can romp around and play. I'll probably set it up so that there's like a little pen on the side here for them to interact with. And we'll go from there. So let's start by clearing out all the plant debris. And I'll probably demolish one of these walls in the not too distant future with this hammer. We'll start by getting all these fences out of the way. And then we'll chop down this... I guess I can't chop down that log. I have to break it with the hammer. Alright. Well, no biggie. Everything else is pretty quick to get rid of, so if I have to bash a few things in the noodle with a hammer, what's the worst that could happen? So we'll just chop all this down. You know, it's always, whenever I build barns inside of games, I always think about people that talk about, what the hell is wrong with you? Were you raised in a barn? And I just think, nah, I have a barn. Most of us behave better than the people that you'd say that to, so let's not lump everyone into the same spot, shall we? I feel like that might be a bad idea. So there we go. We're starting to get plenty of the plants taken care of. So is this a big enough barn? I feel like I want this bigger, because I'm eventually going to want this to be somewhat modular, because I'm not sure if we can keep multiple types of animals in the same building, because I know you can buy a chicken coop, but I just feel like it would be a good idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to not waste space. I'm actually going to just repurpose the fence that's already here to connect to, like, the fence that surrounds our property. So let's do that. That sounds like a really swanky idea. The idea here is why isn't this connecting? Do I need to, like, get a different piece, or, I don't know, something's going on. It probably wants me to have, like, a special connector piece to put in here, I would guess, or I would hazard. Because these are all, like, the same piece. Yeah, okay, so it needs, like, a special connecting piece. I will just have to learn how to build that later. And then the other one will come out from presumably here. And I will, yeah, that'll just be on the old to-do list. Next up, let's make sure there's a nice door for them to get in and out. Do we still have the rest of those blocks? We do. Let's put those here. I'll just save the rest of them. Let's make these end pieces something a little bit more, like, swanky looking. I don't like corner pieces that just kind of make the whole place look a little bit bland. And that's a fine size window. Let's do like a single-sized window in the back, and then we'll do other size windows elsewhere. And then we'll probably need at least 2 blocks for the door. I'm gonna go, like, price a barn door before we go do that. So let's see what our requirements are to build this, because there's probably some sizing requirements. Not bad, I've got actually a pretty large space to work with, so we'll start there. And if I right-click this, it'll say 2 troughs, a roof of any variety. It could even be like a really tiny one with a hole in the middle. The game is pretty forgiving with your creative designs. And yeah, we'll continue to adjust this. So we need a corner piece. I'm not sure if this is too wide of a window, but it's fine. I'll probably actually put in a proper window, so let's bash this out. Yeah, we'll do it like that. And I want to kind of leave myself some steps so I can get up later, but that's not a big deal. So that's the good start for that. I'm going to have to go see what supplies I need in town for the rest. Let's chop down the rest of the grass in the property because I want to see if it drops any seeds. That being the primary reason why you would go and maul the entirety of the English countryside around these parts, is because you might get a bunch of free wild seeds, which could be basically any of the basic starting plants, I believe. It could be turnips, beets, weird mutant cucumbers that try to mind control you to go and purchase the fixins to turn them into a sassy pickle. You know, the usual. So we'll just chip or chop all this stuff. Sadly, there's a bunch of junk that you typically get off of doing this that you can't really sell any longer. You used to be able to get like a bunch of petals from random plants and sell them to people back in town, but they have thus far sort of nixed that in favor of doing literally everything else. Which is fine. That's just kind of what happens in life. Wasn't quite working out for the developers, so they decided to change it, and they're still changing things. It's a pretty active development cycle in the grand scheme of things. So I would like to plant some of these. I have like 38 of them. Oh, wait, that's a shovel. That's not what I want. I'm literally digging a hole in the ground. Okay. That's better. I need... where's my hoe at? It's still in my inventory. There we go. I'm going to separate the gardens by at least a block, just for my own personal reasons. It just strikes me as a tad more manageable that way. Don't ask me why. I actually need to plant my garden in real life. While living here in Colorado, I have a shorter growing season than most areas. I mean, it's still been freezing up until the start of May, so you gotta be careful with what you do there. It's kind of got a delay when you're planting things. That's weird. Which is weird, because I'm currently playing in single player. It's not like I'm trying to connect to someone's weird server or anything. Hey, I've planted 50 seeds. Nice. Do I want to extend this further? Yes, I do. Because the more seeds, the more money! So what am I planting in my garden in real life? Well, we're gonna have some beans, some pole beans. I might plant some beans that go up, not on a regular trellis, but on the fence because they're decorative and the hummingbirds love them oh so very much. What else could I do? We're gonna do some tomatoes. Those are a favorite around here in my family. I'm also going to plant some cucumbers, some, what was it, zucchini, some yellow squash. Probably some spaghetti squash, because that's one of my favorites. Oh, there's just so many options. What else is there? We do onions, those are already in the ground. I've been planting a lot of non-food related stuff lately. Like a lot of lilies, for example. So I've had a lot of options there. I do need to figure out what's going on with my options for building... That's not the button I want. Building and crafting, like, whatchamacallits, flooring and windows. So lumber is just raw wood. There's weird decorative, like, skeletal hats for Halloween in here already. We've got a basic natural tree, which requires an acorn and manure. Cobblestone requires raw stone and sand, so that I can get pretty easy. In fact, I suppose tomorrow, because we're already kind of at the end of the day and I have a giant island, we will probably go and explore the beach and go get a bunch of sand, just like an oodles of sand. Enough sand that people are quite literally concerned for my mental well-being. But that's a question for another time. We're going to chop down some more plants to get seeds. There we go. You know what I could do? I could just chop this out and put a block here. Let's do that. That will solve my problem very nicely. Let's swap out those seeds, and we'll put a singular couple of blocks here. That looks pretty good. That's a good option. I may replace it with whatever I use as the accent block here, but it matches the rest of the farm pretty well, because it's all made of wood. And it's also not like I can't come back through here and tweak it later if I so desire. I might even take a poll if enough people start watching the series to see what material they think would make for a good addition. Like, maybe these blocks the house is built off of. That might be nice. And then this way the cows can go out here. I'll also need to put down some flooring after I'm done here. Chopping down all the plants, that's right. I kind of actually like these vines, but I need to do some house repairs. So I'll worry about those another time, putting those back where I found them. It might be like growing a clematis or something, or I could just buy a vine. A lot of those creeping vines don't grow really well at altitude in Colorado, so I've never really had any here at home. But, you know, there's always a first time for everything, right? Here's my scythe. There we go. Chop all this down. Yada, yada, yada. Can I pluck this? Oh, it's a musical note plant. Can't remember if I recognized that before or not when I was playing this previously. Maybe. Oh, it's a creature bud. Not sure what that does, but it might allow me to make some additional moolah when I'm done chopping everything down. There's a lot of stuff you can sell in this game. Some of it makes more sense than others. And sometimes you think you found something cool when it just turns out to be just some vendor trash that you're literally only able to sell in form of money. So we've got more seeds. I might leave some plants in the corners here just for flavor, because there's no reason to denude absolutely everything here. But I will certainly keep a clean area for all of my gardening. Let's put my seeds back. And I'm gonna need to do a lot of watering tomorrow, good grief. But hey, if this stuff all grows the way that I want it to, this will look great, and it will be very profitable for us in the near future. So, it's about nighttime. Let's go ahead and pop inside after I clean out my little front foyer. The dog still has food, so I don't have to worry about that. I'll chop all these down. I'll probably replace these with nicer, properly gardened roses and stuff. Let's see. What should I store for the moment? I kind of need a trash can or something at present, but I guess that'll just have to wait. We'll put all the tish at the bottom. And we'll put things... I'll probably sell the logs. We'll keep the cobblestone path, because I need lots of it. Dog food. Let's put the dog food, the pet food, on the shelf. Let's put this thing, I don't even know what this is supposed to be. We'll put that back on the wall because I don't know of anything better to use it for. And I'll put down these leaves. We will deposit the rest of these petals. Yeah, it's a good time. Lots of organizing right off the bat will keep us from going absolutely bonkers insane. What's not to love here, right? Let's put down all of these decorative yard... Actually, I'm going to try to sell those, these decorative yard things. I'll just sell those. I can't really sell these petals, however, so these are just going to have to go down here. We've got some flowers, some more petals. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, I can use this to name my animal. What should I call you? I will rename Clara to, we'll name you Freya. How does that sound? Been on a Norse kick lately, we'll call you Freya. And then after that, what else should we do? I'm gonna sell this, gonna keep this. That's a common building material. Sell, 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 sell. Yeah, basically that whole row we're gonna mostly sell. Cool. Let's go hit the hay so we can get up in the morning. And we're gonna go sell our junk, go to the beach to make some cobblestone path to make sure I have a proper pathway to and from my home. And that'll be splendid. I'm not sure if I want to leave anything else at the house, but that's not a big deal, right? Oh, somebody lost a sock. I guess I better go talk to... What was his name? Owen Wilson? Gotta go talk to the innkeeper to see who might have lost a sock recently. Rowan, that's the one. Hi, farm fan. Do I need to ask why you're inside this kitchen? Hi, Larry. It looks like you've achieved some interesting new feats. These are from the town to commemorate the occasion. Oh, holy shit, I got a bunch of free seeds. Alright, I'm completely fine with this. Hey, Maximilian, what's up, man? Good to see you, Larry. What can I do for you today? Yeah, any rumors? Supposedly, Cecile is having a little trouble. Oh, why is that? Why is Cecile having trouble? I guess she's just having trouble. So let's go talk to Cecile. That's the cat lady, right? The pink lady? That's Eliza or Eliza, however you like to pronounce that. That's Jamie Heineman. Cecile, what's up? Oh no, it's the mad scientist lady. Cool. Well, now that's what the village needed. Fresh blue, eloquence. Yeah, that's the one. Aha! I'm Cecile. I have absolutely no intention of using you as a test subject. Well, that's good to know. Oh no! I can't find my pink socks anywhere. What should I do? My life is ruined. I'll go look for it. You will? Oh, thank you, Larry. Please bring it back to me as soon as you find it. This was on my property this morning. Does that mean that you were spying on me? Were you, like, legitimately, like, staring in my window, doing something I don't want to talk about on camera? Alright, fine. Oh, you found my pink socks. Thank you. Thank you so much. What are you waiting for? Hand it over. Thanks. I don't know what I would have done without you. Please, let me give you this as a thanks. Yay, a random hockey ball. Thanks. Hey, we got a star bit. That sounds almost valuable. They serve a purpose, so we'll sell that. I don't know what star bits are for. They kind of come around a lot, but it appears I can't sell that. So let's sell these flowers. These probably sell for a little bit. Let's sell the random log nonsense for 12 bucks. This stuff, I don't know if this stuff ever sold for very much, but it might have at one point. Now it's just kind of getting rid of a bunch of junk at the start of the game where the primary bread and butter is the actual plants that you grow, which admittedly makes a fair bit of sense. So there's not really a reason not to do that. And then, yeah. I guess we'll just junk these other rocks and then call it quits. Oh man, it took us a little bit longer to clean up than I thought it would, so I might just immediately hoof it over to the nearest beach and then see where we go from there. So this is an extra large island, which means that getting to the actual beach is gonna take a good hot minute. Oh, I didn't sell these. It doesn't matter, I'm just gonna chuck it anyway. So we're gonna run in a straight line until we reach the beach, and we're gonna use our magical shovel of friendship and destruction, and we're gonna tear up the sand, and after that, and collecting a couple of things, we'll call her quits. Hello, 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 what have we here? You appear to be a firefly of some variety. Does that mean it's getting towards evening, or is that just because it's early enough in the day? So we'll go over here and we'll get to the beach. Picking up a couple of bugs. Ooh, my favorite, the orchid mantis. Those I actually used to want to raise as a kid. I was kind of on a praying mantis kick for the longest time. Still really think those are cool insects. Unfortunately, the only people that you could really try to buy these things from, these exotic animals back in the day, was a bunch of scammers that didn't know shit from Shinola when it came to a single thing about them, which is why the younger version of me called BS. That there was probably no validity to that person's statements, and that lady was in fact trying to scam me out of money and not sending me a darn thing. Nowadays, you can kind of get involved with the exotic insects community, like the people that collect ants and termites and stuff, and they will sell you some of their stock when they get, like, you know, fresh hatchlings or something. Or they'll sell you like an egg sack for a praying mantis. Oh hey, a queen bee, that means we can start working towards getting a beehive. If we get enough of those, we'll be able to make quite a bit of money on honey. Yeah, good stuff. I think we might actually pick up on this next time, getting closer to the shore, because this is a 3 times larger island. And this is going to take me a hot minute, so I'll be back next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody. There'll be more Staxel on the way.